I'm gonna play Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. This game is rad, by the way. This is just such a cool game. A lot easier than the other Castlevania games, but still really cool. This is by far one of my more favorite games that I've played. This game, I mean, it's just awesome all the way around. We're gonna wait for a bit. There's gonna be a bit of a story. So we're going to let this kick for a few. We're going to watch bugs crawling around. This was a really early Super Nintendo game, too. I believe 1991, I think. I would have been 10 years old. It's like, I'm a little bat. Every 100 years, the forces of good mysteriously start to weaken. Thus, the power of Dracula starts to revive itself. His power grows stronger and stronger every 100 years. Dracula has revived many times. However, his sinister actions have been consistently thwarted by the Belmont family. It's been 100 years since the last confrontation between Dracula and the Belmont family. But now the serenity of Transylvania is being threatened by destructive forces. On a dark and eerie night, Dracula rose from his grave to unleash his destructive power over the countryside. Once again, Simon Belmont is called upon to destroy Dracula. With only his whip and courage, he sets out to restore peace to Transylvania. I believe that's the end of the story. Nothing else happens, but we're going to let it sit for a few. We're going to let it take me to the title screen. And while it does that, I'm going to go turn off the lights because yeah, that's more like it. We gotta set that spooky atmosphere, man. Play a game like this. It snowed here last night too, man, so it's like extra dark and quiet outside. All right, so we're gonna start. I'm not going to check any of the options or anything. This name doesn't matter. Whoa. But I'm going to enter Simon just for the fun of it. Or I'm going to enter that. Or that. There we go. Simon. Yeah. Yeah, that is cool. Damn, what a cool start. This is the starting area. There are no enemies in this first screen. In fact, there's only one place where you can die, and it's with the jump. But it's a really cool setting. It gives you a good place to learn the controls. They give you a weapon here, so you can learn how to use those. And look at the background. I'm going to have to go backwards for a minute here. Look at that skull. That skull in the background is so cool. He's even got hair. He's got like that sweet punk rock thing where he combed his mohawk over to one side. The drawbridge closes, which is a pretty cool setting. You're supposed to just walk in, but I don't know. I like to just sort of play around for a minute here, see how high I can ride it. Eventually the angle's too steep and you can't stay up anymore, but we'll see. Curious to see if I can get crushed. Ugh. And this starts the game. First of all, the music. You hear that? Hear how creepy that is? Stairs. It's okay. It's just snow hitting the door. It's okay, girl. Yeah, okay. It really was just snow hitting the door. I thought I heard voices. I'm getting creeped out, man. Going up and down stairs is so much easier in this game. There we go. The beats dropped. Oh, we can't hear it. There we go. This is a cool thing, man. It's a lot like Mario, Super Mario World, where you can go backwards, you know, and this is how you get over the cool gap. They don't utilize this ever again, which is kind of a shame. I thought this like 2-layer thing would be a really cool feature to add to the game, but it's only here in the beginning. Stairs are a lot nicer to go down, but if you want to like get through them, just jump through them. Nothing in the wall. We're gonna get these. There's not a whole lot in here, but we're gonna get most of the candles fairly early on. In later stages, I'm going to start ignoring a lot of them because, well, the stages are going to get more difficult. It's going to be more frustrating. But for now, since it's a pretty easy stage, I'm going to try to rack up on hearts as early as I can. Get a few extra weapons. If you don't get any of the candles, you're not missing much. Heart, maybe a money bag. A couple early items like that to give you an idea of what they do. Really what you want to do is go in that little door back there. Another cool aspect of the game is that you can kill projectiles. It's been a long time since I've played Castlevania on the Nintendo, so I can't remember if you could do that. Whoa! That would have been a good time to show you, but it's alright, we can break this door. I don't want that axe. I'd prefer to keep the cross. I can almost guarantee I'm going to do something stupid to lose it, but that's okay. I didn't mean to break that candle with the invincibility either, but we should be alright. Kill this dude. We can also like wiggle it around like this, which is kind of goofy, but it's a good way to take out some enemies. Medusa heads and stuff, like, see, we'll take out that bat with it. Oh, a little scary, getting a little scary. But see, we can break that dude's projectiles. So there's a lot of really cool features. We get to like hang from our whip eventually. I didn't really want to ruin that, but the background's kind of cool here with the forest. I dig the old castle walls, dilapidated and fallen down in parts. Just overall graphically, the game is fucking cool looking. I mean, look at that skeleton guy chucking his own bones and he explodes. So cool. Here's where we get to swing on our whip. This first one's just to show you, you don't need to do it, but here it's an absolute necessity. These dudes that come out like this, man, those guys are jerks. Yeah, how cool is that? How cool is that? We can even whip downwards. Give me that meat. I don't care how long it's been sitting there. I'll still eat that shit. I'm hardcore. Go down. It's a lot more fun because it's not as challenging. At least I think so. The game's a bit more forgiving. I find that you still have the knockback effect when you get hit, but I find that I have luckier knockback landing. There's a 2, so I can have 2 knives. See, somewhere I picked up a knife and I lost my cross. Not sure what happened. Wasn't paying attention, I guess. But I was saying, like, you get hit, you have the knockback effect still, but I find that I get luckier lands. Now, not always. Now that I've said that here in this, not this next room, but the room after, I'll probably get messed up. Look at the skull in the background. You see the skeleton laying back there in the trees? So cool, man, with the village. I don't know what those things are, but they drop on you like that. We're going to try to be cool. Kill this one as it falls. You can, but I messed it up. Which I might regret later. We're gonna get that one at an angle. I guess it's like a worm king. Y'all ever heard of a rat king? Like when a bunch of rats get their tails all tangled up and they become like one thing. All right, this guy sucks. Man, if you miss that guy, dude, he'll kick the shit out of you. He's a dangerous, dangerous enemy. I like to think that those unicorn heads are like a reference to The Godfather. Dracula's got some unpaid debts. Except he's fucking Dracula, so instead of like being freaked out, he just put him to work. He's like, whatever, you're still heads. Get to work, head. I think it's cool that you can see like the bone horses in the background. Yeah, here's Medusas. I tend to get a luckier knockback bounce with them. If you land on those wood things, you'll fall and drop below, and yes, you will die. There's less of them, and their S movement seems to be a lot larger, so it's more forgiving. See, like I feel like in Nintendo Castlevania, that would have been death. But here, it was just a slight inconvenience at best. These cool little ghost things are neat. Like, you built your castle on an Indian burial ground. TVs don't exist yet, but soon we will talk to you through the television. Alright, you can't jump here, so just kind of walk across and kill that thing. Get yourself some meat. And this is the first boss. This boss is fairly easy. Am I standing far enough? Yeah, about here. You get full life for beating a boss, so I just kind of go for the brute force effect. Later bosses require a little bit more strategy, but early on you can just kind of just sort of do that. He's faking that he's dead. Not a very good fake considering I can see his life. But you pick up the orb. Damn. That's it. That's the end of stage 1, man. That's the start of Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. And if you thought that was cool, just wait, dude, because this game gets so much better. Plus, I love games with maps. This makes me feel like I'm doing something. Notice that the path goes past the boss. That's interesting. So this is stage 2. It's the start of stage 2, but we're not going to do it in this video. We're going to do it in the next one. So until then, I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. Good night. This is welcome to stage 2 of Super Castlevania 4 on the Super Nintendo. Stage is pretty rad. You got the leaf dudes to try to be invisible. What's really annoying are the zombie hands. Now, first of all, let's check out the background. Look at the gravestones and shit. That's cool, right? The clouds scrolling by. Yeah, these are the zombie hands. Really cool in theory. Just kind of annoying because they just sort of grab you up like that, slow you down. I'd rather have the axe than the knife, so hell yeah. And of course, spiders, man. Wouldn't be a Super Nintendo game without spiders, right? I like to think Leaf Man is the ghost of Swamp Man. Get off me. Get off me. The hands aren't too present. Like, we're pretty much done with them. Still cool, though. I think this cave area is neat. Watch out for the spikes below. I just think it's ugly. I don't like the colors, personally. Some people might think it looks really cool, but I'm not digging this purple on this, like, dark reddish brown on the background. The layering effect is cool, though, and for Super Nintendo, I mean, again, this was an early Super Nintendo game, so I remember seeing pictures in magazines and shit, and like, just being, I've never seen anything like it. Video games can't get any better than this. All these years later, this game is every bit as cool as I remember it being, if not better. I get that meat. I don't think there's any reason for me to jump down over here. Oh yeah, look at that. We're going to take it. Okay, but some of the enemies are going to come back, so we got to be careful again. We got meat, so we got full life. We don't want to immediately hurt ourselves. And the cross is cool. It's not really a cross, it's a boomerang. You used to get your hearts back, or at least some of them, if you caught your boomerang, but that's not how it works anymore. Still worth having, though. There is time in this game. It's never been an issue for me, though. Only one time, and I stopped to get every single candle. And I still beat the stage. What's interesting, though, is that you'll kill the boss, and the time will continue to tick down until you pick up the orb. Whoa, this is the end of this screen. I always remember that because it gets a little crazy because of that dude. I always know he's there, but I always forget to actually do anything about it. I think this section's cool. Again, peep the background, the wood, moving platforms. I can fall in this water and not die. It's just sort of like quicksand, and then I have to keep jumping. The ravens are annoying. Like, there's a raven, and you can see why. So you want to try to like jump and kill them before they have a chance to fly out. The trick is just kind of keeping an eye out for where they're going to be. See, like, I could jump down there and get that watch if I really wanted. I don't, though. Frogs are annoying. Good place to use the dangly whip. So that's what happens if you fall in the water. There's a raven. You can see why they're annoying. Makes a cool noise, though. Did you hear that? Alright, we're going to keep going. If there are two enemies on top of each other and you swing your whip, you only hit one of the two enemies. It rarely happens, but it's totally worth noting. You're not going to kill them both at the same time. I wouldn't really complain about it. I mean, again, it doesn't really happen very frequently, and if anything, I think it adds a nice element to the game. Dangle whip, if you ever like that. This part is really cool. First of all, I think this like wobbly ass wooden bridge is cool in general. Plus you get like the trees in the background, man. Just what a cool shot with the clouds going by. There's another fucking raven. But this next section over here, this bridge, the fact that it like bends under your feet is just something that I think is way too cool for words. What a neat little effect. And this game is just full of neat little things like that. It's what makes it so good. I'm glad it's a lot easier. Apparently the lead developer really liked Castlevania, but he hated the fact that it was so frustrating. So he purposely made it a lot less frustrating. I wasn't paying attention. This is Medusa. I pretty much just sort of duck about the middle of the screen and then just kind of whip away. She's not that tough. I could have killed her a little earlier if I'd been more prepared. But what I want to point out is that the stage is not over. The map showed you that the path kept going after the boss. So there's more. And I think that's cool. Also, another thing that I think only happens here. My memory could be fuzzy. I'm pretty sure that's this is the only time that happens. But it's neat. Still neat. These dudes you'll see later in the game. They're annoying. They're annoying little jerks. I like the current. If you guys can't tell, the current is pushing me backwards. And the current will switch the way it changes, which is completely bonkers from a physics point of view. But yeah, see, like, how does that work? At least it changed to go downhill. But still really cool. Neat effect. Watch out for the spikes. Give me that money. Give me the loot. And that should be the end of the stage. Oh, I forgot about this screen. Okay. We're almost to the end. You just have to get down the river, and that's the end of the stage. The hands will grab you, and they will suck away your hearts. Which isn't the worst thing that can happen, because hearts are kind of everywhere, but... Yeah, see right there, the current changed, like... Now it's going up. And it's cool, because you can see, like, I leave a little wake in my path, like the little things behind me. They show you which way the water's going. The background's neat again, with the cliffs. We'll blame the change in current on the tide or something, I don't know. It all takes place in one night, so I'm not sure how that would work either. I like these like little Mario 2 things, like look at like these little things in the foreground here. I don't know what they are. They're like overflowing with water and dripping down. I'm sure there's like a geological thing for them. Super cool though. Dracula has a fucking bomb ass house. And I think that's the end. Yeah, that's the end of stage 2. Again, super cool game, man. Super Castlevania is actually a super title. There are 11 stages. So that was stage 2. And that's a good preview of stage 3, but we're going to do it in the next video. So until then, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. Until next time, good night. Hey, welcome back to Stage 3 of Super Castlevania 4 on the Super Nintendo, the Caverns. So first of all, I want to point out again, look at the background. The background work is amazing. You'll see water dripping from the ceiling. It's a really cool touch, but it does not hurt you. Later in the game, there's green goo that'll drop from the top. That will hurt you, but here the water will not. Damn it, go away, bat. These enemies here that I just killed, the guys that break into littler dudes, always my favorite. I love that mechanic in games. There's a game that I want to get to real soon called Super Breakout. And the objective is that you have to kill all the balls on the screen, but every time you shoot a ball, it turns into 2 smaller ones. Love it. One of my favorite games, man. A lot of fun. I just haven't played it yet because it's just a simple, it's almost, I wouldn't call it a puzzle game, but it's just a one-screen game with a bunch of different stages, different backgrounds and such, but not the most exciting thing. I want to play some more games. I want to knock a lot of games off my bucket list, like Castlevania and such. I don't really want this, but I'll pick it up here. It's an axe. The only reason I'm picking it up there is because I can get another cross right over here. Now, I want to get as many candles as I can. I think this is cool. Not only is it a secret area, but I like this. You break the lower bricks and then the top ones fall. I think that's such a neat touch, but you can break both if you want. See, there's my cross, or my boomerang, whichever you want to call it. I just think that's such a neat touch, man. Little features like that really make the game stand out, you know, as something unique. And if you need a little bit of life, there's some food. You know, Simon Belmont doesn't mind eating age-old meat that's been lying in a damp, dirty cave for Lord knows how long. Dracula might not kill him, but E. coli will. But it's not going to kill him before he gets a chance to take out Dracula. And you know what? That's really all that's important. So we're going to go over here. Again, these guys. Love these guys. They do lag the game a little bit, but super impressive, man. Again, I mean, this game was almost a release title. Like, it came out right after the Super Nintendo was released, so the quality of this game for being such an early title, I can't stress it enough. Watch out for the green spikes. They are one-hitter quitters. And again, the music. These things will fall, so watch out, because not only will the spikes themselves hurt you, but when they fall and shatter like that, the shards can hurt you as well. Not a lot of falling things in the game though, so not too big a deal. And it is worth noting, I oftentimes got hit with the shrapnel. This is the first area of the game that'll probably really give you a lot of trouble. I wouldn't necessarily say it's difficult, but you have to swing on your whip. And the swinging on the whip, I wouldn't call it bad. It's actually really good control. It's real easy to make a mistake. Hopefully I don't do so here. And again, the background here, I mean, kind of cool with like the mountains and the trees, you know, as we climb higher and higher. But what I really like about this screen is the water in the foreground, especially when we get up a little higher and we see that the water is like landing on platforms and splitting into 2 branches. So here's where we have to swing, and that's where it gets a little weird. His swinging mechanic is great, almost too much so, and you have to land on just like a one platform, so it's easy to over jump or under jump when you're trying to be conservative. Yeah, like that. See that platform? See the water landing on it and splitting? I think that's such a cool touch. Whoa. But the background did a nice job of, like, you know, really selling you on the height. So I'll pick this up. That's the way to do that. Take your time and jump in place. Also, these wooden structures I think are really neat. Say what you want about Dracula's moral compass as a person or ex-person. But man, dude has a kick-ass house, that's for sure. He knows architecture. He should fix his stairs, maybe. But I guess when you can fly, you know, it doesn't really matter. I am not going to go get that. It is nothing important. I think it's like a large heart or something. If I wasn't recording, I would take the risk because it would be for fun. But I really don't want to die on camera. And like I said, the swinging mechanic can be a little weird. These things that fall, kind of a pain in the ass. Like I said in a other video, I found that this game's a little bit easier. Ooh, man, it's getting rough. Because you get a lot more lucky bounces. Wow, it's going so bad. Like that. In the old Castlevania game, if you get hit and you like get a knockback effect, it's pretty much certain death. But here I find that a good portion of my knockbacks land me on safe platforms. So I'm quite thankful for that. There's a little bit of food here. It's not going to give me a lot, but it should give me enough to get by. I do not want that. Go away, knife. This area you have to watch out for the frogmen because they shoot. They'll pop out of the water and then they have this like spray. So you'll see them like spit water like that. So even after you're past them like that, you're still in the bit of a danger zone. Like that guy's gonna get me. Okay. Grab the thing. There we go. And that's why swinging can be a little dangerous. And you do have to hold the whip button down the whole time you're grab a hold, otherwise he'll let go. And I have made really stupid mistakes where I've like grabbed a hold of the swinging hook and then just for some reason let go of the button. Drop to my death. That's not the game's fault, that's my fault, but still, it's happened. Over here, that is an axe. I'm not gonna get it. I think that's like a heart or something. The only reason I didn't, you know, hit that and grab it is because it's on a platform that falls away if you stand on it. It is possible to grab it, you just don't have a lot of time and it's not worth the risk. I don't even want the weapon. I would prefer to have this boomerang weapon, and I'll show you why, because it's really helpful for the boss. It's cool that the water wasn't there previously, but now it is. Again, with the swinging being kind of dangerous. That guy's just giving out a ton of hearts. Oh man, okay, so the ravens, the stairs in this game are really easy. The way to take out the ravens is to just like flail your whip around. I like the water effect off me as well, by the way. Is to just sort of flail your whip around like that. The stairs are really easy to climb on. The game has done a good job of, you know, because in the Nintendo Castlevania, stairs were a real bitch. So in this game, you know, the stairs are almost like too well programmed in a couple of spots, in that it assumes that you want to be on the stairs like that, and then you kind of moonwalk your way up. And that little raven section is difficult because you don't want to be on the steps, but the game's going to kind of just assume that you do and automatically put you there. So this is the boss. The best way to kill the boss is to stand on the very edge of this second platform and then throw the boomerang and just kind of whip. And if you get lucky, the boomerang will just tear these guys up. Like they'll put their heads right in the right spot at the right time and you'll get extra hits. I've killed these guys in just a few seconds before. Really, it just kind of comes down to how often they want to stick their head in the boomerang's line of fire. But otherwise not difficult. If you don't have the boomerang, you can still just do the tactic that I'm doing. That's probably one of the easier bosses in the game. And that's it. That's stage 3, the Cavern. Awesome victory music. Never gets old. Going up a tower. Stage 4 is going to be some shit, guys. So that's it. This is going to be stage 4, man. And doesn't stage 4 look cool with this like skull in the wall and stuff? But we're going to do that in the next video. So until then, I hope y'all enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. And good night. Hey, this is Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo, and this is one of my favorite stages. So first of all, check out Creepy Lady reaching out the wall. She's neat. It's a big heart in here. I think these wooden planks in the foreground are really cool, man. Such a neat little effect to create depth. This skull in the background that watches me as I walk back and forth with glowing red eyes. This dude coming over the wall here, he's cool. Later, there's going to be a skeleton that hangs out of the ceiling. And then there's even going to be some cool graphical effects, but we'll get to those in a minute. What I want to do is point out these green platforms. So you're safe to walk across them, but if you fall onto them from a height, they spin like that and you drop. So that's going to be a pain in the ass because later I'm going to have to do some platform jumping on them. Here, they're going to use them as like a knockback effect. If I were to get hit and knocked back onto a green platform, that counts as falling from a height, and the platform spins and you drop to your death. And we're going to take out that guy so he don't get us when I jump. So the very first time that we have to platform jump on those green platforms is here. And that's a big heart if you were curious. So up we go. Kill that dude, kill that dude. There's another lady in the wall over here. And this is my favorite skeleton monster. Yeah, look at that guy. Look at that guy. Okay, so this is where I have to platform jump. I found the trick is to just walk all the way to the edge and then mash the jump button. And with a little bit of luck, we'll make it. I have about a, I don't know, 70% success rate with that. It's not as high as I would like it to be. Here, you know, make sure you drop straight down. If you walk all the way off, like at your normal walking speed, you'll land on the green thing. Again, here we have to do it. I find jumping on the edge gives you the best chance. If you don't make it, you have more of a chance to land on solid ground below you. And this is another tricky one, but we have full life, so there's a piece of food in there, but we don't really care. So there it is. And here we want to watch out for this bat. And we want to watch out for this skeleton guy. And this next bat right here, man, that guy, he gets me all the time. He's a bastard. So this is the first mini-boss, which is a cool looking skull. I like having the boomerang cross. I just toss a couple of them out there and just start whipping away. If you're lucky, he'll go above you like that, and then you can whip straight up. Usually the advantage to him being above you is that whipping straight up, you'll break a lot of the things falling down on your head. And this is where the stage gets really cool. Notice the skeleton in the spikes? I think that's really cool. But what's super neat about this, especially in 1991, is the screen turns. How cool is that? That's what they call Mode 7, I believe. And Mode 7 is built into the hardware of the Super Nintendo, and it allows you to load a background image and then rotate it and alter it in different angles. They would usually take a world map and lay it down flat for like RPGs. But this game does a really good job of it to just build cool effects. And all you got to do here is avoid Medusa Heads, which isn't a big deal as long as you don't miss one. Once they're all dead, just hang here. I thought you had to jump down in that hole there in the bottom right, but no, just hang here for a while. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, man. This game is so cool. Little things like this, man. Little things like this make me love this game. And for such an early release title. Now this next screen is my favorite screen in the entire game. I love this. You guys ready for this? Oh, how cool is that? How cool is that? Even the wooden platforms fall out behind you. They won't fall while you're standing on them. They just fall when they get to the edge of the screen. But man, that background is fantastic. The game lags here a little bit because of that, but I think it's worth it. God, that's cool. Again, Mode 7. I believe that's what they call it. I do have a tendency to get my names wrong. That guy is one of the trickier enemies in this screen. Yeah. God, I just want to stare at it. How cool is that? That's my favorite screen, man. And in 1991, that was just like mind-blowing. This next section, not too bad if you take your time and pay attention. I'll show you a little trick. Like here, you want to be careful that you don't go too soon. Like if I started to go now, I would get smashed. I want to wait for this one and then go. I'm not sure what's up in the background of this. It's just like green spikes and like a window or something. I don't know what's happening. So you can go up here, right? And that's kind of what the game wants you to do, is that this screen will loop infinitely. But the door you want is down here. So it goes up like 4 or 5 screens and then it loops back around. You can skip all of that by just taking the bottom door first thing. This part looks a little bit more scary than it is. I think the horse design on the bricks is really neat there. Do not want the axe. Yeah, see the little horse design carved into the bricks? It's fantastic. Kill that dude, we'll get this. Because the screen loops, this is one of the few areas where you can go up and down. Kill that dude from the bottom. Wait for this dude to shoot. And this is the boss. So this boss is not made up of sprites. So I'm gonna pause it. Whenever the screen goes black like that when you fight a boss, it's because the boss isn't made up of sprites. The boss actually is a background layer, and they just scroll the background layer. So if there was a detailed background when the boss walked, the whole background would scroll left and right and it would give away the trick. But if the background is black, you won't notice if the black is scrolling. It looks like just the boss is walking. And they do that whenever you have a complicated boss. So I usually kind of like delay a little bit before I throw my other, because he jumps after getting hit. And then it's just a trick of you know, trying to avoid the things in the ceiling. And that's it. And again, mode 7, they're just expanding the background image. Great stage, my absolute favorite. I even love the boss. And on to stage 5. So this is stage 5, and it's a really short one, but we'll do it next time. So until then, I hope you all enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. Until then, good night. Hey, this is stage 5 for Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. These hands will take away your hearts, so just whip them like that. What's really tricky here are going to be those guys. They drop like these rabid rabbits or something, and the rabbits just jump around like crazy people. So try to kill the bird before they release whatever it is they have in their claws. This stage is extremely short, but I think it's a pretty good mood setter. The background is kind of neat. I like the grass blowing in the wind. That's such a neat effect as well. I guess I'm walking on a blue sidewalk. I never really figured that out. There should be another rabid bunny. There he is. Yeah, that's the one. Shit. Okay. Man, what is happening there? Okay. So that's why you want to kill those things quickly, because it can get out of hand really, really fast. But this stage is so short that, I mean, it's this is almost a nothing video. Just a few minutes, I'm betting. There's a knife up there. I do not want that knife. And watch out when you walk Don't even walk off the edge from up top. You will most definitely just fall off the edge. I've done it way too many times. And again, the background, let's just take a minute to observe. Two for one. Oh. I think it's okay. Can't remember. Yeah, it's just a heart, so that's fine. I just don't want to lose my boomerang. It's such a good weapon. And I'm not as familiar with what's in the candles in this stage as I was the last one. The last one was my favorite stage in the game. And again, the music is very mood setting. What a jerk. So I'm almost out of time, and you think that might be an issue, but it's not an issue because this is the end of the stage with these cool statues. And that's it. This is Dracula's castle. We're going in. We're going into the castle. Finally, the front door. That's it. And I know that was an extremely short video, but I'm going to call it there. I mean, it's just the way I want to break these up. So, I hope you enjoyed watching that little 2 minutes of fun. I enjoyed playing it, and until next time, good night. Hey, this is stage 5 of Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo, and we are in Dracula's castle. And this is where the game really starts to pick up and get a little bit difficult for the first time. Immediately you're going to notice these cool ghouls, bats, and what's really annoying are the dogs. The dogs you can't kill. See, they just lay down, but he will eventually get back up. So you got to dodge them and avoid like that. Life, I'm going to take a bit of damage here early on. Sometimes I do better than others. Watch out for this bat. We can hang the whip down here. It takes 14 hits to kill this guy with the whip just hanging like that. But we'll get him. I'm not too worried about life as long as I don't screw up too bad. There's chances to get my life back here soon. There's one more dog I gotta be worried about. I like these little ghoul guys. Oh, the background. Again with the background. Do you guys see the depth in that? Look at that. Look how fucking cool that is. And the statues. Alright, well, I thought there was another dog. Maybe he chose not to show up today. Maybe my memory's just playing tricks on me. And again, we'll see if we can, sometimes I can moonwalk upstairs. That screen's always pretty dangerous because by default, Simon walks almost all the way to the edge. So if you're hitting any button at all when you go up those stairs, you're just gonna walk to your death. Again, because we have an all black screen, these chandeliers aren't sprites, they're background images. And that's because you probably want to think of sprites like you probably think that Simon Belmont himself is one sprite, but that's not true. Sprites are tiny. Simon Belmont is probably made up of like 8 or 16 individual sprites. Mario, small Mario in Nintendo is 4 sprites, big Mario is 8, and so on. So it would take a lot of sprites to make this detailed big ass chandelier, and then it would be hard to move them all in sync. So they can do it with mode 7 and a background image, and that's why the background is, again, just a flat color. If there was any detail to it all, you would see everything in the background, the windows and shit tilting as well. And here the trick is that you only ever want to jump when the chandelier's coming towards you. If I were to jump when it's moving away like that, my platform is moving further away from where I want to land, and I'm more likely to miss. So always be cautious of that and jump as the chandelier comes towards you. Like I can jump there, I can jump there, I can jump there. But I want to wait otherwise. This is where this stage gets a little bit more tricky. I'll show you why here in a second. So there's gonna be, not to ruin it, but there's gonna be these glowing orbs, and for a while, again with the background, check the background out. I thought that the glowing orbs were like in Mario 64 in the haunted house where I couldn't kill them, but you actually can. They can be a bit of a pain to kill though. They don't always cooperate. And I want to be careful because there's a weapon here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. I don't want that weapon. Dancing people are kind of a pain, but you can't kill them. Yes, these things. So you can kill it. I thought it was like the ghost house in Mario 64 where I just had to avoid it. So my first couple of playthroughs, I tried to do this whole screen with like 3 or 4 of those things bouncing around. It's really annoying. Otherwise, the trick is to just kind of go slow. The dudes that run at you, they move fast, but they only move straight. But if you don't kill them, it looks like they disappeared, but they did not. They'll come back, and there's a good place to get a lot of your life back. There's another opportunity to get a little bit more life back here in a second. I didn't want to go up the stairs. Ah! Ah. So I think I mentioned that earlier, that the game is like really good about the stairs, almost sometimes too good about the stairs. And that was one of those cases, so that took like a really good run and just kind of fucked it. Watch out, those blue platforms above my head do have spikes. But if we do okay from here on out, I'll get my life back in other places. We'll wait for that to go by. And watch out for these bats. Okay, jump off the stairs. There we go. And again, these guard guys, I'll always duck and kill them. That's the best way to do it. If they throw high, it goes over your head. If they throw low, you'll kill it with your projectile. And these blue platforms are the same thing. If I jump on them, they're going to spin around and drop me. So I want to do the on the edge button mashing thing. So see, that sucks. And now we got to go all the way back through it. Not that that guy can hurt me, but we'll kill him anyways. What we got to watch out for are those guys. I call them the butlers, but I don't really know who they are. And again with the bats. And again with the knight. But see, the axe that he throws high will go over your head, and any axe he throws low, you'll be able to just attack. So there we go. Hoping. This guy, there we go. Skeletons are going to get a little stronger. Again with stairs, sometimes a little too good for their own good. We'll get it, but you'll see it's not much. These coffins are a little weird. What sucks is that there's food right after it. I wanted to avoid taking as much damage as I could to get as much life back as I could. Tried to get the bat there. Overall, I like the stair mechanics in this game. I'll take them, I'll take the occasional I didn't mean to go up the stairs over the I tried to go down the stairs and instead just walked off the edge to my death, which was a classic Nintendo Castlevania staple. I love the foreground in this one, and I like how the castle or the candles look like they sit in these edges. The right skeletons come back to life, but again, look at the foreground, man. How fucking cool is that? Hey, you jerk. How cool is that? So we're just gonna try to go quick. These enemies over here to my right here in a second are a little weird. Alright, so there's some full life. Now these guys, you can't hit them until you get like in those hands. But it's really not that difficult because they die almost instantly. It's the dudes that walk towards you that are more terrifying. There we go, there we go. I like to hit the candle, and then that way I kind of know, like, as soon as I pick up the item, I'm within range. These guys like to back away from you. I don't blame them. If I saw, like, just pretty much every skeleton I knew get annihilated, I might back up too. I don't really need that. So there is like a little, I guess there's a candle there. It's kind of hard to see. This is weird. It looks like it's going to be really scary, but I mean, you could just whip the shit out of them and kill them. They don't really do anything. They just spin in a circle. It's a thing that looks really cool, and it really shows off like what you can do with Super Nintendo graphics and gameplay and such, but not much of an actual threat. There are going to be some tables here and some dancers. This is a lot like the haunted house in Disney World, Disneyland. I don't know which one's in Florida. And these tables are the ones. If they move, they run at you really quick, kind of like the butlers. Otherwise, you want to hang out. And unlike the Nintendo Castlevania, enemies don't just keep respawning, so it's worth it to stop and kill them. And the people dancing can be a bit annoying. They can get out of your reach pretty quick. But we've so far done well. There we go. All right, I should just about do it. And I can't remember. There should be. That's the first time I've seen an actual one-up object, but there it is. And this should be, if memory serves me correctly, the boss. And again, the background's pretty cool looking. And the boss is going to be a couple dancing. A couple actually dancing. So we're just going to throw a couple of those things out and just kind of whip the shit out of everybody. And that's it. That's the end of that boss. Not very difficult. That's why I really like to have the cross boomerang. It is so helpful at bosses. So that's it. That's stage, what was I at? 5, 6? It's stage 6, right? Again, look at the statues holding up the pillars and stuff. That's really neat. And that's it. We're going to move on to stage 7. This game's rad. This game is so cool. I suggest everybody play this game. If you're into like old school retro gaming like this, play Super Castlevania 4. And I'll give you a little peek, as always. That's what stage 7 is going to look like. But like always, we're going to have to do that in the next episode. So until then, as always, I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. I'll see you then. Good night. This is stage 7 of Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo, or the long library. And check out this cool Egyptian looking cat with the glowing eyes here on the wall. That's cool. This stage is, it's not too bad. There's a couple of platforming sections in here that are a bit of a pain in the ass. It's got this real gothic library look, which is cool. The whole game's got a gothic feel to it, but this has the classic haunted library staple. Now, it's never really been my favorite. I think it's a little too Addams Family gothic, but I bet some people really dig this stage. This dude down here on the bottom, you gotta be a little careful of, because he can clip through this platform. And my dog's pawing at me, and it's super adorable. Oh, hey, what's up, girl? She wants me to rub her belly. We're gonna go over here. This first room's not too bad. Whoa, if you just don't make simple mistakes like that. I'm having a cuteness overload here. But I think I can recover the life. Not too big of a deal. I do want to collect as many hearts as I can, though. That guy unloaded himself. He must have seen Simon Belmont coming. So screw this. I got a family. I'm going home. Dracula don't pay me enough. Kill the poltergeist. Wait for the axe. The books on the bookshelf will twitch. See, like that one? It's a neat effect, but don't worry, none of the books will fly out at you. The first couple times I played this stage, I was a little worried that they were gonna hurt me. Now this next room is interesting. If you're having trouble doing it, like on your first like casual playthrough or whatever, you can just sort of like jump right here and then you'll go through these stairs. You can sort of jump your way to the bottom of this screen. I don't want that axe, but I'm gonna go down the stairs just to kind of show it off. Jumping is the easier way to do it, but be careful because when you get to the bottom, you can jump through the last set of stairs into your death. The real big threat here is the books. These green guys are kind of a pain, but you can just sort of dodge them and they'll fly away like that. And in Super Nintendo Castlevania, the enemies don't like infinitely respawn. So once those guys leave the screen, they're gone. This book here usually kicks my ass. Yeah, there we go. And that's good news because this candle behind me, the one that I'm now facing, has turkey in it. So while I can stand here and jump through the stairs, the easier way to get that turkey is to come over here. It's just a leg. It's just a little bit of life. Now we're going to try to get that guy if we can. Oh, we can't. There we go. There we go. And we're almost to the bottom. These should have hearts in them, and I believe this next candle, yeah, this one right here has a knife in it. I don't want that knife. And that's the end of that room. So if you do jump, be careful, because if you jump down that last set of stairs, you will die. This room can be a little tricky at first, because there's a lot of these axe throwing guys, but just kill the guy up top first, and then you can dangle your whip down here to kill this guy. And it takes 14 hits to kill them with it dangling, 10 to kill a poltergeist ghost with it dangling. Now this platform jumping on the books, this is kind of hairy, and hopefully I don't screw this up because I've been having a pretty good run. I don't want to hit either one of those candles. The top one has a knife in it, and I don't want the knife. I would like to have stopped for that heart, but it doesn't matter. So I'm glad that section's over. That's one of the hardest sections. There's a lot of bats here, and these ladies in the picture, they can reach out with a hand and grab you. I killed the hand. You might have seen the fire. So the trick here is to go slow. These statues are cool. Almost never a threat, but there they are. Those red dogs, unlike the red skeletons, they won't respawn, but they jump and knock candles down. There we go. Once they're dead, they're gone. I think this background is kind of cool with like the skull paintings and stuff. I think this room's a lot cooler than the library itself. It's got a lot of cool statues and stuff. This is kind of a neat thing. I'll show you here in a second. So you got to watch out. There's going to be something under the carpet. And if you're underneath the spikes when it comes here, I'll try to show you the hand. Oh, I killed it again. A lot of bats that you got to be careful for. So you should just go up these stairs, but again, I'm going to show it off, so we'll go over here. There's nothing really over here. And now the bats and everything's going to come back, so I'm going to try to jump, and hopefully I can make it. Oh. That's okay, though, because there's a whole turkey there. There's a whole meal, so there we go. And you could see the dog there was knocking the candles off the wall up top, which is a neat effect. I'm going to kill this guy in the painting. I don't know what his deal is. There we go. Maybe one of these ladies will grab me. This thing, I don't know what its deal is. It's down there. It's freaky. I just keep going, and then it usually just leaves on its own. So, don't know what that's about. Don't want to find out. Somebody with more knowledge, feel free to tell me in the comments or something, because I'm curious. Otherwise, we're gonna get all of these. More bats. There's the hand. See, and she's grabbed me up. That's all she does. She just sort of holds you in place. Here's another one of these spiked rooms. Just duck, and you're safe. Wait for the statues to fall apart. And up we go. Up we go. Oh, I wanted to get that last, It's okay. So usually that guy cooperates a little bit more and he throws his, there we go with the stairs. Stairs in Castlevania games, man, they're, infamous, huh? Usually that first guy throws higher axes and makes it a little easier to get up those stairs, but as you can see, it's still not that big of a deal. And the game's pretty generous on life. So just be careful of large groups of bats. And this is the boss. And this is a pretty easy boss, especially if you have the boomerang. I'm just gonna chuck 3 of them out there, whip away. I'm gonna chuck 3 more of them. And that's that. That's the end of that boss. That's it, man. Stage 7. But what's this? Oh no. We got a long way to go in stage 8. We've fallen into the Catacombs, I believe. And I'll give you a little preview. There it is, which is pretty cool. It's like a cool little catacomb dungeon thing with skeletons and shit. But as always, we're going to do that in the next episode. So until then, I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. I'll see y'all then. Good night. This is stage 8 of Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo, the Catacombs. This stage is quite difficult. It's full of lots of spikes, which are one-hitter quitters, and over here there's going to be some eyeball monsters that cry blood, who are extremely annoying to fight and kill. In fact, there's going to be one right here in a second, so just stop right under the stairs, there he is, and you won't get hit. In fact, that's kind of the eyeballs thing, is that he tries to cry directly in front or behind you so that you'll walk into it. So they're not particularly dangerous when they're high above you, but if they're on the same level of you, they're super annoying because they're difficult to hit because they move around. And fun fact, see this green stuff pouring out of the pipe? In the Japanese version, all of this green stuff is red. So this stage is a lot cooler looking in Japan because it all looks like rivers of blood. Apparently us weak Americans couldn't handle such gore, so we got the edited green goop. Here's another eyeball. That was close. They're annoying because they hit you and then they knock you back, and then you have to try to fight them with all of these moving spikes and such. Normally he doesn't shoot at you till he sees them. Here's going to be another eyeball. If you know the eyeballs are there, not such a big deal. Now those 3 are annoying, but this is the worst eyeball. So jump across and then creep forward and load him up and then get this guy quick. Because if he starts hitting you, you can see the knockback effect here is pretty obnoxious. You really only have enough time for 2 attacks while that bridge is up. 3 if you do it absolutely perfect. But I think play it safe and just do the 2. So here's a little bit of food, which is going to help me. Now that's the first screen, and I think the first screen is by far the hardest part of this stage. But that's not saying much because no screen in this stage is particularly easy. In fact, as you see, it's almost going to get... It gets a little bit better, but it's still pretty bad. We could go under, but we're going to go up and over. Again, we're going to ride it. There's a stopwatch down below. We don't want the stopwatch. We're going to go up and over on these things. There's a knife down there we don't want. And these spikes are going to fall from the ceiling. So first of all, get the eyeball. There he is. There he is. Run under the spikes and let them all drop. And then you can go back for whatever's in the candles. Now there's this long-necked bone guy, Bonosaurus. I think he's easier to kill from here. So I fight this one. Like so. I get this. I load this second one and then I pick up this drop which kills all the enemies on the screen. I think the second one is more difficult to fight, so I use the drop to kill him. But if you were really good, you could probably use the drop to kill both of them. If you got your ass kicked, here's a good place to get some food. Don't forget the bat. These bricks are going to crumble under your feet, so I like to throw a boomerang and then run because there's 1 bat, 2 bat, and 3 bats. If you get a knockback effect and you land in the river down there, the water, it just hurts you. You're not dead, but you'll take a lot of damage trying to hop your way to safety. On a casual playthrough, this screen is not too bad. You can pretty much jump your way to the bottom just like you could in the library. But I'm gonna walk it. You could, if you really wanted, you could jump from either here or here through those stairs below me. And watch out for Medusa there. And you can fall almost all the way to the bottom. And here's one of my favorite skellies. So we're gonna kill this guy. We're gonna get this. And I want to show you this. So you can break, some of these stairs look a little different. That's because you can break them like so. You get that, we're gonna let that dangle. We want that. Whoa, see, you could jump down a lot like that. So this candle to my left now and diagonal, there's food in there. I don't really need the food, nor do I want it. Plus that spike moving up and down scares the hell out of me, so I'm not gonna go for it. And there's a weapon up there in that one, I don't want it. Fall to the left here to avoid this skelly. And I don't think I've mentioned it, I dig this thing in the background. Look at him twitching. The skulls in the window I find oddly satisfying too. On one hand it looks extremely stupid, on the other hand it makes me happy. So this is the final screen in the stage. So then on one hand that's good news, on the other hand it's bad news because this screen is difficult in its own right. We're gonna wait for these to sync up, which should be, I believe, this rotation here. And then we're gonna go. And we're gonna start to be a little bit more careful about candles because there's a weapon here that I don't want. We're gonna get this candle. We're gonna get this candle. Because there's an invincibility here, but it doesn't do much. Sure, there's a skelly monster here. And I usually use it to get down here, but you can see it's already gone, so I don't really know what they're trying to sell me on with that. Again, we're gonna get this. Spikes in the ceiling are gonna drop, so I just sort of run all the way through, then I go back. This should be safe. Wait for the acid. Whoa. Okay. I forget about that eyeball every time. I like to wait for this thing to get high, and then I walk off the edge. That is not a PCP reference. I do not want that candle because it's a knife. And these spikes you can just sort of crawl underneath, you can crouch. If you're really good, you can walk tall underneath them, but I am not that good, so we're not gonna do it. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Now, this is the last challenge of the stage. We're gonna get this. We're gonna go up here and we're gonna get these. We're gonna kill Skelly Man. And this last challenge is pretty bad. So it's disappearing blocks and I have to jump across them. But there's also spikes that want to fall from the ceiling just to make it that much worse. Now the problem is that there really doesn't seem to be much of a pattern happening here, huh? Like, look at this pattern. Oh, yay, I made it. I made it. All right. And this is the boss. What a relief, because this is Frankenstein and he's extremely easy, especially if you have 3 boomerangs. Jump. Whoa, sometimes that happens. We prefer it if that doesn't happen. But hey, again with boomerangs, it's no thing. And that's it. That's stage 8. And stage 9 is another one of my favorite stages. Look at these ghosts. It's the treasure room. I think everybody likes this stage. But we're going to do it in the next episode. So until then, I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. I'll see you then. Good night. This is stage 9 of Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. It's one of my favorite stages because it's the treasure room, and man, what a pretty looking stage. There's the bat. A lot of bats here, so watch out for bats. It's kind of the trick. So there's like these curtains are glittery. You got gold skeletons. You got cool ghosts in the foreground. The floor drops out. I don't know why the floor drops out. It'll never hurt you. It'll never drop you to your death. It's just like a cool little effect. The music is rad. And I love that riff. These treasure chests are cool. They spit out coins. They make a neat noise when you jump on them. Even the background is cool. Like, look at that little red treasure chest. And the background is even set up cool in that, like, as we go down to different screens, watch out for the bats, that this background will continue to scroll up to really give us the feeling of depth. There's a suicidal skeleton there. I had a family! He tried his best. I like to think he lives, and he just ends up down here. Oh, and he's this skeleton, like, hey, oh, we meet again. Like, hey, how you doing? Oh, this guy's being a bit of a jerk. Again, watch out for the bats. I don't have their location memorized. I just kind of remember where they're about. I've never been able to do this. We'll give it a good college try here, though. Yeah, it's usually what happens. I'm not sure how you do that. Be faster, get good, I guess. There's not much up there though, some hearts. Kill that skelly. So you don't want to lose too much life here. There's some decent amount of food drops, but this first food drop, you only get one shot at it, and it's coming up. You have to swing on hooks, and if you miss the rope swing, you can't ever like get high enough to reach the grapply things anymore. This is neat too. I don't know why this is here. The floor drops out like way back here in this corner where there's nothing. It's just there. We'll see how many of these candles we can get. I usually do okay. When you land here, whoa, that's not good. Immediately drop down to the ground. Normally there's not two skeletons down here. Watch out for the axe. There's no food here. If you stand on this treasure chest, the skeleton up here will jump down at you, and he'll hit you and knock you into the pit out there. So when you land here, immediately drop down to the ground. And again, there's not usually two skeletons there. I think that was a loading error. Here's where the food is at. You got to do this grappling jump, and hopefully the skeleton doesn't get me. Yay! Because there's the food. And that'll kill all the enemies on the screen. If you miss this, though, you can't get back up there to try again. So you get your one shot. You can't reach them from the ground. But if you miss that one, it's not a huge deal because there's a couple more drops coming up. And if you go slow through here and you just kind of keep an eye out for bats, you'll be okay. Oh, that's a little scary. If you time this right, you'll be all right there. This section's a little iffy. Watch out for the bat down there. And sorry, I need a little quiet time. So that's it. I mean, if you go slow, you're fine. But if you do get hit, you can get some bad knockbacks. I don't know why this Bonosaurus guy is facing the wrong direction, but he is. I guess it's pretty neat. It's different, to say the least. We don't really want to swing across here, but you can. I'll show you why we don't. There's the tunnel there is blowing wind, and it sucks me into its trap. So we didn't want to swing across because up there is a heart and one of those weapons, a stopwatch. We don't want the stopwatch. These gold bats up here are cool. I hope you've been paying attention to the background. You would have seen what I was talking about with the scrolling effect. I think this platform's cool with the sparkling necklaces. These stairs are cool with the gold hanging off them. There's some free food. Again, another backwards bone monster. Boneless monster. He's the Virgin Loch Ness. They want you to swing across here, but you can stand in this gold. You sink because it acts like water, but it doesn't hurt you and you can stand in it. And you're okay because you can reach You can reach these from here. So you can't swing across if you want to be cool, but doesn't hurt to go down there. And this stage has a couple of little weird things, like up there. There's not much up there. There's some hearts, but that's really it. I think that's there because they're trying to psych you out for this, which, so when the wind blows, it sucks you into the hole, and it kind of holds you in place for a while. And we don't want to go there. We want to go this way and get these. And I think they're trying to set me up for this. I'll show you a little secret. So up here, it looks like there's nothing. But if you let the wind suck you into this tunnel, you get a cool little bonus room. Now you can go down and you can get all those candles down there. I'm not going to do so because there's a lot of weapons down there. There's knives and axes and all of the weapons are down there. So you can choose which one you want, but I don't want to do it. I want to keep what I have. But it's a good place to get food. I'm not sure what's down here. I'm pretty sure I checked once and there was nothing down there, but I can't be 100% on that. I think that's just to psych you out that, again, 2 out of 3 things don't have anything up there. There's nothing special. This area is a little scary because it's a lot of swinging, and again, there's more food. But you're not rushed, and you don't have to swing from, like, thing to thing. So I shouldn't have too much trouble. A lot of money in this room. A lot of money bags on all these candles. Which always makes me happy. This guy's being a jerk. Usually he jumps down a lot quicker. A lot of money bags. I don't believe there's any weapons in this room. I'm going to be careful just to make sure, but if memory serves me correctly, there's not. And you can go to the right over there. I'm going to go to the left. The right might be easier because there's a bone monster up here, and he'll be facing the wrong way, so you would have come from behind. But I like this route. Not for really any particular reason. I was scratching my nose. Thought I was safe. I just, you know, this is just the way that I go. It might be easier to go the other route. I don't know. My route's not a well thought out thing. It's just one that works. All right, we'll get this one. Swing up here. Get that bag of money. That bag of money. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Biggie Smalls will be proud. We do want to try to kill this bone monster. You can kill him from under the stairs. Just be careful not to walk into him as you whip up. There we go. Get all that money. I'm going to kill this guy really quick, just so he don't throw bones at me. Sounds like a domino game. And this is my last little swinging hook. So, to the end of that stage. I'm always a little nervous on the inside there, but I'm not sure why. I've almost always done well. That was kind of nerve-wracking. Thought I mistimed that. So there's a last little bit of food. This is the last screen. The boss is going to be over here, and I think the boss is really cool. Maybe not the funnest to fight, but it's definitely one of the cooler looking bosses. Also, check out the glowing swords. Yeah, look at this boss. How cool is that? It's a big bat made out of money. Made out of jewels and gold coins. If I was better, I could jump up and throw my boomerang. But I pretty much just try to stand underneath him and just whip his ass like this. When he freezes, he's going to charge at you. And if you get it right, you can run away. Yeah, like that. He's eventually going to break into 3 smaller ones. And when he does, that's when we're going to try to... try to use those. And that's the end of that boss. So not too tough. If you have the boomerang, you're almost always in good shape. Get my cool fist pump action on. He learned that in his blue belt karate class. Kia! Kia! I love little animations like that. The stairs, man, how awesome of an ending was that? What a great stage. Stage A, which is 10 out of 11. And there's a little peek. It wouldn't be a Castlevania game if we didn't have a turning gear clock tower section. So there it is. Stage 10 or Stage A is the clock tower, and we'll do that in the next video. So until then, as always, I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. I'll see you then. Good night. This is the clock tower stage of Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. This stage is awesome. The background's cool. The music rocks. He's getting his workout on. Yeah, buns and thighs, buns and thighs, buns and thighs, buns and thighs, power walking. He's gonna get that body he deserves. A lot of these cool gears are neat. There's a lot of this type of stuff in here. We're gonna get this heart, not that big of a deal. A lot of difficult platform jumps on moving gears. Takes a little bit of practice, I think, to get through here. You're gonna enter the password a few times, but you'll get it. It's not tough once you do. You wanna be careful of weapons. Like this right here is a knife. I do not want that. I get it all the time. I don't want it. Come here, come here, come here. You definitely wanna kill this guy up here. Stop being a jerk. Okay, there we go. Normally he cooperates a little bit more. Otherwise, you'll jump up here, he might hit you and knock you back onto the breaking blocks. So he's definitely worth killing. This guy you just want to kill because he's annoying. This is one of the more difficult platform jumps that you're going to come to because you're going to bonk your head and fall. So the trick is to be all the way on the edge, jump, and then immediately jump back, and you'll make that. And again, this one is, I don't mind this one so much. Be on the edge though, so you don't bonk your head. And then up here is a thing to swing on. You do have time to get that if you want. There's a lot of lag in this section. I'm not sure why. I guess because of the background. What a cool background though. All right, and that's the end of the first screen, but I don't think that's the toughest part of this stage. That is right here. All right, so once we get past these guys, okay, so that could have gone better, but that's okay. You can get over here. You got to watch out for, by the way, this is cool. You just kind of go in a circle. Whee! So here, I find it's best to jump onto this thing, because if you just sort of walk, you kind of get flung forwards. You line up on the sprite. It's a little bit odd. This is another knife. We don't want it. Here, make a big swing, and then make a second big swing and jump immediately and get as close to that guy as you can so that you don't get knocked off the edge. If I had been thinking faster, you should throw a boomerang so that the boomerang kills him before you land, but it's really all about the big swings so that you time it just right. And I lied, that's not the hardest part. It's coming up. I thought this was all one screen. Again, kill these dudes. If they duck and throw, I usually just kind of go down the stairs to avoid them. Watch out for this thing. It's going to fall. What's up, girl? You going to be okay? I believe this is safe. Watch out for that one. Jumping, because it bounces and it'll get you again. There's a Medusa Head, but she's not that big of a threat. I forget that the hearts and stuff fall through the spinning wheels. Okay, wait for the Medusa Head. Whoa. Swinging, I find, is easier if you go quicker. So this is one of the harder parts of the stage. Let me kill this guy. But there's a trick to this. So we want to grab a hold and we want to stay up high. There's nothing but hearts in any of those, so you don't care. He's going to throw the axe and then drop low and now start swinging. And on your second swing, you'll make the jump. And there's food here, which is going to make you feel better. And we're going to get to do that again. This Medusa, I usually do it that way. Move quick and you'll avoid her. You can also jump back down to the crumbling block if it makes you feel better. You do have time if you do it right. So this is the trickier one. So we're going to ride this up. and we're gonna load this guy, so we're gonna swing, and then we're gonna jump over here because this is a kill everything. And then we're gonna catch it on its way back up. 1 and 2, and then you're out. I think that's the hardest part of this stage. After that, it's pretty smooth sailing. We're pretty much, we're just about at the boss. If you can do okay here, then there's another food pickup to help you. And this is the boss. So this is a cool little mummy. We want the mummy to load on either the far side or the far side. That's good. That's a great place. Because then we can just like throw these boomerangs and just kick the shit out of him. Yeah, boomerang to the face. Boomerang to the face. You on the wrong block, motherfucker. If I was faster, I could use my whip. This is a little bit scarier because now we have to worry about knockback. But he's so dead that it's fine. And that's the boss, man. That's that. Kick the mummies. I like that we're on the clock hands. You guys notice the platform? I think the one on the left is supposed to be the shorter one, so it's like... Ooh, magic walkway. Stage B. Stage B. We're almost done with the game, guys. One more stage. Almost done. Want to check it out? Want to see what it looks like? Boom. Stage B. So, as always, we'll do it next time. Hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. I'll see you then. Good night. This is the last stage of Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. And man, what a motherfucker of a stage is this. There's a boss rush at the end, and boss rushes are always my least favorite. And unfortunately, the first boss in the boss rush is a notoriously difficult and frustrating boss to try to kill. But we'll get to all that. So I'm going to try to take it slow. The stage itself is not that difficult, but I'm going to try to kind of creep my way to it because I want to get to the boss with as much life as I can. So we're going to kind of cheese out here a little bit and do stuff like that. We really want those hearts. You can jump to the right. Not much over there. We're going to go to the left. We'll go to the right. I do like these towers. This background here is pretty cool. With the towers in the background, foreground, and then like the extra towers in the double background there. Whatever. Just take note of how cool it looks. We want to do the same here. Again, if you want, you could just jump through a lot of these stairs and get down here really quick, you know. You could do things like this. But I like to walk. Alright, we're going to get this guy. These dudes are cool because they're holding their own head in their hands. Love those dudes. And we're going to get like a really cool... This bridge is really cool. Kind of laggy, but it's a really cool effect. Yeah, look at it. It turns into bats. How cool is that? But all you got to do is just run. They can't get you if you keep walking forward. Speed is your thing. You can turn around and whip them, but I'm not going to do that. I like to throw a boomerang to try to get a couple extra hearts. Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. All right, we'll get these. Again, I like the background with the water and the trees. You can see how far I've come. Neat looking screen. This next screen is a bit of a pain in the ass when you first get here. So the trick is to make sure that your fingers are definitely mashing the angles, like left and up and right and up. Don't be lazy on it. Like really make sure you're hitting it, because once these stairs fall, it's game over. I think I wanted that one. And also, he can't jump when he's on stairs, so you got to kind of be a little careful of how far you walk forward. I don't know if I hung out long enough. The fog effect is cool, like especially that jump. That jump was really tricky at first. Again, just make sure your fingers are really mashing the right buttons and you'll be okay. I really hold the buttons down here on the D-pad with some serious force. There's a weapon there. We don't want that one. But if it wasn't obvious, there is a thing chasing me. But once you get here, if you can get the screen to scroll up like that, the thing will stop chasing you, so I'm safe. So that part's really pretty easy. This part's not so bad. You just got to be careful because there are some spikes, like right there, and the fog kind of tries to cover them up. The first time I did this, I got lucky and just missed the spikes by chance, and then the second time I just rode right into them because I didn't realize they were there. And then up the steps, and we're having a pretty good... Alright, this guy's a bit of a dick. Through the wall. Same thing with this dude. And the music's killing it, man. The music is kicking ass. You can tell you're going to the final showdown. Alright, there's food there if you need life. So this part's a little tricky. You can see that they go like in this 3 triangle pattern, like left, up, a little bit down. So I suggest when you jump to kind of hold the angles on the buttons in case you miss so that you can land on the stairs. And the trick is you want to jump right there and then immediately jump, because watch out for the spikes, see? And you'll have just enough time, and then here's another piece of food if you need it. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first boss of the boss rush. And I'm gonna get these hearts, and then I'm gonna pause it here, because this boss is a real pain in the ass. So what's going to happen is that he's going to fall from the ceiling, and he has 2 main attacks. His first attack is not such a big deal. You can just duck, and he won't be able to get you with this little stabby thing. So you just duck, and then you attack. But once you hit him, he's going to jump back up off the screen, and then he's going to land. He'll land right where you were standing when you hit him. So as soon as you hit him and he jumps up, you need to stand up, walk to a different location, and then immediately duck. You don't have a lot of time. Turn around and hit him. He has a couple of invincibility frames when he lands. Now that's not a big deal in the first part. Sometimes he'll shoot a fireball. The fireball will usually miss. On occasion, the fireball hits like a wall and then it kind of explodes. I don't know what that's about. I've seen it from time to time, but not enough to like actually know what triggers it or why it blows up sometimes and why it doesn't. But that's his first part. Now that's not such a big deal. Impatience is going to get you there. It's after he goes into his second form where he like rages out. He's no longer going to use this little staff to stab you. He's going to charge. And the problem here is that sometimes he lands and immediately charges. And I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do. If he lands and immediately charges, I have never been able to hit him. You know, he's going to hit me first and I'm just going to lose life. So my plan here is to just hope that I do really well in the first half so I have full life to take his second form. And then, you know, in his second form, I just hope for a little bit of luck and that he doesn't dash right away. And if he does, I can hit him and hurt him faster than he can hurt me, and we'll win. So let's see how this goes. I like to throw a boomerang or two to get in an early hit, like about there, about there. But otherwise, just duck and hit him, and duck and hit him, and duck and hit him. And that's unfortunate that he got me there. My plan is to try to have full life for his second form, but if it's just one hit and we get a little bit of luck, maybe we'll be okay. And this is his second form, so this is where shit gets crazy. So far, so good. See, there's the immediate dash, and I don't know what you're supposed to do about that. And you can see the invincibility frames. Or you can't hit him right away. Now, so far, so good. Yay! Yay, I did it! So, I don't know. Maybe somebody else has a better strategy for that boss. Fuck if I know. That's my plan. Do really good in his first stage, just luck the fuck out and hope you do better in your second stage. There's enough food lying around that you can get full life. So that's one of 3 bosses before Dracula for the boss rush. Alright, see, I got full. Now this is the second boss, and this guy's not such a big deal at all, so we're just gonna go. Really, the trick is to just stand up over here. He looks cool, but just, you know, just throw. Try to pick these up as fast as you can. I'm losing a bit more life than I would really like. That's unfortunate, but that's the end of that boss, right? And he's not a big deal at all. I lost way more life than I would want to there. And that's unfortunate because there's not full life now. Like, there's nothing in here. So we're going to have to fight the Grim Reaper. There is going to be one little leg, but it's not going to refill my life. This is what we're going to end up with. But I think that's enough life. So now we're going to get to the Grim Reaper. And before I walk in here... So, again, I'm going to pause it. The Grim Reaper is not too terrible. Basically... I'm going to try to get in a couple of early hits with the boomerang. What's going to happen is he's going to like fly around the top of the screen and throw like these little scythe circles, saw blade things at me. When he does, if he's on like the left, you want to whip up at an angle and hit the first one, and then just sort of let your whip dangle and kind of wiggle it around to kill any other things that he throws. And then he'll move to the other side of the screen, and you want to repeat that process. And if you're good, you can try to get in a couple hits underneath. I'm not that good. Eventually, though, he's going to go to the right side of the screen and he's going to drop down and he's going to do this like suction thing and he's going to throw his scythe out towards me. You'll see it. When he drops down to the bottom, I'm going to throw a couple of boomerangs to get in a couple of cheap hits, and then I'm going to whip him. You can't use your boomerang once he lands. Any weapon you throw at him will immediately be destroyed. But you can hit him while he's still landing. So if you throw the boomerangs early enough, you can get in some early hits. Otherwise, you just got to kind of walk away and then whip him and walk away and whip him. So he's a little bit difficult at first, but with a little bit of practice, you'll get the hang of it. So let's do this thing. So about here, I like to throw a couple of boomerangs to maybe hopefully get in a couple early hits like that. That's perfect. That was dumb that I let go of my whip too soon. Here, a couple more. That's exactly the type of thing that we want to see him do. Get a couple hits in, jump over. This time he can't hit me, so I'll get another couple hits in, but we just want to run away because he's immediately going to throw a thing, and I didn't turn around and react quick enough, but if I had... And if we play it cool, that's it. That's the end of the Grim Reaper. So not a terrible boss. The Grim Reaper is, he's a lot easier. It's the first boss there of the boss rush, and I can't remember his name, but he is notorious on the internet. He's such a frustrating fucking boss, and we're on our way. I gotta turn it up. This is such a cool setup. Now up those stairs, that's gonna take us to Dracula. But we're not going to go to Dracula right away. And no, in fact, we're going to do Dracula. I had to think about it. We're going to do Dracula in the next video. I know that might be a little bit disappointing, but I think there are probably some people out there who want to see how to kill Dracula, and they don't want to watch the entire stage or those other 3 bosses. So I'm going to call this video here, and then in the next video, which I'm going to post pretty much immediately, we'll kill Dracula. And that'll be the end of the game. That'll be the end of Super Castlevania 4. So until then, I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. This is the Dracula fight to Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo, the final boss fight in the end of the game. Now, first things first, you're probably going to be like me and you're going to be needing a little bit of life. So the first thing you can do is take the infamous Nintendo power tip and make the jump into the abyss, land on the invisible platform, walk down the invisible stairs, and here's just a whole bunch of bonuses. All the life, all the hearts, all the anything you need. Climb the stairs kind of slow. You can line it up with the clouds. This is the top, because when you get to the top, this platform that I'm standing on now is a really short platform and it's easy to walk off the edge. So as soon as you get to the top, jump. Don't take another step. And this is it. I don't need anything in these candles because I'm maxed out, but I've broken almost every other candle Dracula has to offer, so I might as well break this one as well. And this Dracula fight, this is it. Look at this room with the coffin in the background, the lightning effect. It's a very cinematic and cool boss fight. the boarded up windows. It's kind of difficult. He's going to take some practice. So my strategy here is to just kind of keep these things in the air like this. That's unfortunate. Hopefully he doesn't pin you against the edge of the screen. That's more like what you want to see. Just whip your whip out and let it dangle, and you'll block those, because if you hit the fireball, you can see that it splits. If you try to jump over the fireball, it'll break into 3 or 4 and shoot up at you. So you definitely want to block it like so. And hopefully, he's being a real jerk today. Normally, he doesn't pin you against the edge of the screen. He really wants me to be in the center. Now, this is good. When Dracula's missing about 4 bars of life, that thing will come out, and you can hit it for a turkey leg, like so. This is the second phase, and these fire guys are super annoying because not only do they lag the screen with their Super Nintendo particle effects, making them kind of difficult to hit, but when you do hit them, not only do they turn into fire, but they don't drop straight down, they drop at an angle. So again, I like to just try to keep 3 boomerangs in the air and try to use the boomerangs to kill them for me. And then just try to run. I didn't mean to be ducking there. And again, we want this for the turkey leg. And this is going to take us to Dracula's 3rd phase, and Dracula's 3rd phase is super cool. And you can see that he won't enter his 3rd phase until he loses that extra bar of life. But here we go, and guys, this is just too cool. This is a lot easier because he's just gonna make pillars of lightning, and you just have to stay between them. A little bit easier said than done, but it's a lot easier than what you've been doing. And with a little bit of practice, you can almost kind of guess where they're gonna be. Oh, I was off that time. Oh. Whoa. I do not want to do that. I have died with 1 life point, like Dracula was down to the very end, and I jumped into the lightning like an idiot. Alright, you guys ready to see the end of Super Castlevania 4? There it is. I can whip, but I can't do anything. I can't hurt him. That's it. That's the end of the game. That's Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. What an awesome, awesome game. He really should put some pants on. And that's it. That's the credits. And it's interesting because I don't think these people were allowed to use their real names. It was a Konami rule. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it's what I read, that Konami wouldn't let developers use their real names. They had to come up with like pseudo names. Plus, the Old English font makes it kind of difficult to read what they are. Like, not only am I not familiar with Japanese names in general, but they're Japanese pseudo-names, and they're written in a crazy Old English font that looks really cool. I love the bridge. I love how it moves like that. What a cool effect. This game was full of neat little things like that, just things to show off the capabilities of the Super Nintendo. One of the easier bosses in the game. And the music is so epic. Really makes you feel like you've accomplished something. You know, in 1991, you'd be like 9 years old and you'd beat this game, dude. This would just fill you with so much pride. It was such a difficult thing to do back then. Oh, it's my favorite room in the game. God, what a cool looking room. finally entering the castle. The dancing people. It's Disney's haunted house. I like how they give you these cool action shots. This night boss was super easy, but he's a cool looking boss. Look at him. Look how cool that knight is. Plus, it's just rad you fight a golden knight. Ugh, what an awful stage. With the little star. Look at the little star effect. The cool bat made out of the coins. I like the jewels that make up his eyes. What an awesome, awesome game. I like all the gears in the background spinning and turning. The credits just showing off, you know, all of the cool features that the game had to offer. The candle in the wall in the background, I didn't notice that before. Yeah, the cool bridge that turns into bats. Oh, the worst boss in the whole game. There he is. What a jerk. One of the cooler looking bosses. This guy's pretty rad. I like that the whip has the two frayed ends. What a neat little detail to put into a Super Nintendo game. And of course, the Grim Reaper. He definitely got hit right after this. And you'd expect to see the Dracula fight, but no, that's it right there. Presented by Konami. So that's it. That is the end of Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. Awesome, awesome, awesome game. I suggest everybody that's into old school 90s gaming should definitely check this one out. Super Nintendo fans, just people in general, what a rad game. I can't say enough good things about it. I know we can't really do much. If I hit the start button, we get to start over and play the game again. With the cool skull in the background with the punk rock haircut. So that's it, everybody. That's Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. Until next time, good night.